There is a peculiar weakness hidden inside the human heart, and it is not pain itself that destroys a person, but the constant expectation that life should remain comfortable, fair, and obedient to personal desires. Because the moment reality refuses to honor those expectations, the mind collapses long before the body has suffered any genuine wound. I learned long ago that fortune has never signed a contract promising tomorrow will resemble today, and therefore the wisest soul is not the one who celebrates endless optimism, but the one who quietly prepares for every season before the weather changes. If you wish to become impossible to intimidate, then stop asking life to spare you from hardship and begin asking yourself whether your character is ready to meet it without surrendering its dignity. Law 1. The illusion that makes men fragile. Most people spend their days constructing invisible promises that the universe never agreed to keep, believing that loyal friends will never betray them, that success will continue climbing without interruption, that health will remain untouched, and that those they love will stay forever beside them, only to discover that reality possesses no obligation to satisfy such comforting fantasies. Their suffering is multiplied because every hardship arrives wearing the disguise of surprise, and surprise is often more painful than the event itself, since panic convinces the mind that something impossible has happened, when in truth something entirely natural has merely taken its appointed place within the order of existence. This is why the Stoics practiced what we called Premeditatio Malorum, the premeditation of evils, not because we worshipped misery or expected life to become an endless parade of disasters, but because we understood that fear feeds upon uncertainty, while courage grows from familiarity. A soldier who has rehearsed the battlefield 1,000 times in his imagination does not become weaker when the battle finally arrives, because the mind has already walked those difficult roads before the feet ever touch them. Law 2. Remove the power of shock. Imagine beginning each morning by calmly reminding yourself that someone may misunderstand your intentions, that your efforts may not receive applause, that opportunities may disappear without warning, that trusted companions may disappoint you, and that the plans carefully built inside your mind may collapse beneath forces entirely outside your control. And then ask yourself whether your peace truly depends upon preventing these events or upon responding to them with wisdom. The ordinary person believes such reflection invites negativity into life. Yet the opposite is true, because what truly poisons the spirit is the illusion that suffering should never arrive. When disappointment finally appears, the unprepared soul wastes precious strength arguing with reality itself, demanding explanations from a universe that owes none, while the disciplined mind quietly recognizes the visitor it has already met countless times in silent rehearsal and simply says, "I knew you might come, therefore you possess no power to terrify me." The greatest victory is not preventing hardship, but preventing hardship from governing your reason. Law 3. Train the mind before fate tests it. Every architect strengthens a bridge before the storm arrives, because reinforcement during the flood serves no purpose, and your character deserves the same careful preparation long before fate decides to examine its foundations. Therefore, spend moments imagining the loss of comfort without believing comfort has already vanished. Picture criticism without becoming bitter. Visualize failure without surrendering hope. And contemplate loneliness without convincing yourself you have been abandoned, because these exercises do not predict your future but strengthen your response to whatever future eventually unfolds. When you repeatedly expose your imagination to possible adversity, something remarkable begins to happen inside your soul. For the monsters created by uncertainty gradually shrink into ordinary challenges that demand action rather than panic. You cease treating every obstacle as an unexpected catastrophe and instead recognize each difficulty as another opportunity to practice the virtues that define a worthy human being: patience, discipline, justice, humility, and unwavering self-command. The world cannot always be persuaded to become gentler, yet your own mind can certainly become stronger. Law 4. The freedom hidden inside acceptance. There exists a freedom unknown to those who chase constant reassurance, because the individual who has already accepted that loss, rejection, criticism, failure, and even mortality belong to the natural order of existence can no longer be manipulated by the fear of those experiences. Fortune may remove possessions, companions, titles, or comfort, but it cannot rob a prepared mind of its composure, because that composure was never borrowed from external circumstances in the first place. This is why I wrote reminders to myself rather than commands for the world. For the only empire truly worth ruling is the one that exists within your own thoughts. The disciplined ruler does not attempt to govern the winds, nor does he complain when winter follows autumn, because he understands that wisdom consists not in controlling events, but in mastering the judgment formed about those events. Final reflection. So when tomorrow arrives, do not pray that nothing difficult will happen, for such a prayer places your peace in the hands of chance, and chance has never served any man faithfully. Instead, prepare your mind with quiet honesty, expecting that life will sometimes wound, disappoint, delay, and test you, while remembering, with equal certainty, that none of these experiences possesses the authority to corrupt your character unless you willingly surrender that authority yourself. When hardship finally stands before you, it will discover that it has not encountered a frightened victim overwhelmed by surprise, but a disciplined soul who welcomed the possibility long before it became reality, and who now meets fate with the calm expression of someone who understands that true strength is not the absence of storms, but the unwavering certainty that no storm can overthrow a mind already prepared for its arrival.